Have you ever argued with someone and halfway through realized you're both saying completely different things? Or maybe tried to explain a good idea, only to watch people's eyes glaze over? Or walked away from a conversation thinking, I know I was right. So why did that feel like losing? Well, that's debating. And honestly, you do it every day, at work, at home, online, and even in your own head. Debating skills aren't just for politicians or lawyers. They're really for anyone who wants to think clearly, speak calmly, and spot nonsense when they hear it. Because let's face it, in almost every discussion, someone is trying to persuade someone. And if you don't understand how it works, you can get pulled around without even noticing. So why does debating matter? Imagine a meeting. You've got a solid idea, but someone louder jumps in first. They sound confident, maybe even a bit pushy. Everyone nods at them, not at you. Or picture an online argument. Someone twists your words, throws a flashy quote at you, and suddenly you're defending things you never said. Debating skills help you deal with that. They don't just teach you how to win, they teach you how to stay steady, how to build your point so it holds up, and how to notice when someone else is using cheap tricks to win over the crowd. In this Captain Help mini-series, we're breaking debating down into 5 simple, practical parts. Think of them as the 5 beams that keep a good argument standing. First up, principles. Know what really matters to you. Every opinion rests on something deeper, a belief, a value, a why. If you don't know what that is, your argument wobbles. Ask yourself why you believe what you believe. Ask it again. And, ask it one more time. You'll get past the slogans and find your base. Things like fairness, freedom, responsibility, respect. Once you know your principles, you don't have to shout. Your words already have weight. Next is structure. Give your thoughts a path. Even strong ideas can die in messy sentences. Structure keeps people with you. So, start simple. What do I think? Why do I think it? Can I show an example? For instance, we should have fewer meetings because most of them waste time. Last week we spent 2 hours talking about snacks. Without keeping an eye on structure, a debate can go off track. You want to discuss A, B, C, and before you know it, you talk about X, Y, Z. Make sure everyone stays focused on the real topic. Clear, short, real. Structure turns noise into sense. Next, argumentation. Make it solid. This is about logic and proof. Try to avoid weak moves like, everyone knows that, or it's just common sense. Even, you wouldn't understand. Those are what we call fallacies. They sound smart, but prove nothing. So strong argumentation means, checking your facts, building reasons that actually connect, and spotting when someone else tries to twist yours. When you know how arguments break, well, you can build ones that just don't. We come to number 4, rhetoric. Help people listen. The best ideas, honestly, die if no one listens. Rhetoric is the skill of making words land. It's not about fancy language, it's about tone, rhythm, story, emotion. A calm voice, a clear image, repetition, emphasis. A small example that makes people nod. Say you're talking about climate change, you could throw numbers at people, or you could say, last summer my street flooded twice, that never happened before. That one sentence does more work than a chart ever could. That's rhetoric, honesty with impact. Number 5 is interaction. Keep it a conversation, not a fight. A debate isn't about who yells best, it's really about who stays connected. Strong debaters listen. They repeat what the other person said to show they heard it. They ask questions like, what makes you feel that way? And they don't let emotion drag them off track. Sometimes just saying that's an interesting point, here's how I see it, can completely change the tone. Listening isn't weakness, it's actually control. So, your principles give you direction. Your structure gives you order. Your argumentation makes you strong. Your rhetoric makes you heard. Your interaction keeps it human. Together, they form your debating compass. the thing that keeps you upright when a conversation starts to spin. In this Captain Help mini-series, we'll dive into each of these 5 parts, one episode for each. You'll get clear, practical tricks, the kind you can try the same day. You'll learn how to build your point, how to see through other people's tactics, and how to keep your cool when the volume rises. By the end, you won't just argue better, you'll understand arguments better. The next episode starts with the ground beneath your feet, at your principles. It is called Debating Principles. That brings us to the end of this introductionary episode. We hope that you will join the rest of the mini-series about debating. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you next time.